Hi all, welcome to Fearless Funky Finds. It's me, Kim. It's warm today. I've just been out sourcing and thrifting as usual. And I wanted to talk today about a rabbit hole I just fell into. If you're a owner of a vendor business, vintage, antique, you know that we're like sponges and we're soaking up information every time we go out to thrift, and I always see things I've never seen before. And what precipitated my new passion, which is quickly becoming a new passion, is that I had a sleepless night, and I have them quite often. I think it's just something that comes with the age that I am. Some nights I just can't sleep. My eyes are like two saucers. I try, and I usually stay in bed till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, before I finally say to myself, okay, that's it, I'm getting up. And I usually try to be quiet, and I go into the living room, and my dog Lily follows me, and I put on YouTube. And I found a new guy on YouTube that I found very interesting, and I started watching and binging through his content. He has a business in Japan called Desire, and he owns 2 vintage stores, clothing stores in Japan, and he shops with a purpose. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's only interested in true vintage and interesting clothing from, Y2K and before. And he comes over to California, and also he did a trip to Idaho that I watched, and he finds all the young guys that have their own vintage clothing businesses. Some of them have brick and mortar, some of them are selling right out of a storage unit. Some of them have beautiful store setups, but it's by appointment only. They're just not open to the general public. You have to make an appointment and come in and see them. There was a guy in Idaho that he went to see like that, and I got hooked on looking at vintage denim, and in specifically pre Y2K Levi's jeans with the orange tab. I'm learning how to read all the codes on the inside tags to tell if they're vintage or not. I'm using my Google, and I'm really noticing. I'm starting to really notice the difference in the texture, and I can understand why young people now want to find these things, because everything is fast fashion now, and it's all loaded with polyester and artificial fibers, and it just doesn't feel good to wear. And I also learned all about salvage denim, which I've got a pair here that I picked up that has the salvage on the inside. And I learned that vintage denim was made on looms that were narrower than the looms we use today. And those narrower looms had salvage ends, where the ends wrapped around as each fiber was shot back and forth. And the newer jeans today with all the artificial fibers are made on big looms that don't have that salvage. So for example, these are like Y2K DH3 guys jeans that I picked up today. They have the salvage on them. They're heavy. I think it was something that like skater guys liked to wear. I also found today an awesome pair of 1970s dead stock Sears men's work pants. And I never used to look for this stuff before. Here's a pair of orange tab Levi's that I found the other day. I did the research on them. They're actually, if you look on the tag back here, they're made in the USA. And I could date them because they had a tag in them. There it is, and it's from a certain era. It's the red Batwing Levi's tag. There were also black ones. Nowadays, there's almost like a booklet of silky tags inside a pair of Levi's, and there's a way that you can date those as well. But that's not what people are looking for. They're looking for these thick, 100% cotton denim Levi's. These have the fly. They're not the button front, but I've got them priced at $124.95 Canadian. It's really fun. I am really having a blast looking at all the different ways to figure out what these jeans are. I also found a couple of pair of Japanese jeans the other day when I was in the West End of Toronto, and I researched those, and they're worth hundreds of dollars on the resale market. They have the salvage edge on the inside, and they have a lot of Japanese graphics that are just awesome on them in embroidery. So just wanted to come on and make a short video today just to let you know that, you know, I have a new passion. I love finding vintage clothes. It's sometimes really hard because a lot of the brands are doing reproductions like Levi's and Tommy Hilfiger. They're going back to what their style lines used to look like because people want those old vintage styles. And so, you know, it's a lot of thinking. It's like, and I've made some mistakes, you know. I picked up a pair of Louis Vuitton gray denim jeans the other day, and they looked really good to me. They even had Louis Vuitton stamped into all the grommets and the rivets and all around the buttons. And when I got to my office here and I got a chance to really do a deep dive and dig down into them, I discovered that they just weren't lining up properly on the seams, and the little button closure was flat. It wasn't domed. And with the help of Google, I realized that I picked up a pair of knockoffs. So it's got to go in. It's got to go in. It's going in every day, every time I go. And it's a new adventure. So wish me luck. I'm down a new rabbit hole. I've been down lots of them before, just like recently with the mid-century modern painting from Carlo of Hollywood, and the Empoli glass that I picked up and found out that it was not genuine. Yeah, so it's you know, I'm gonna be 63 next month, and I'm not running out of steam for this business. I absolutely love this business of vintage and thrift, and offering my customers these really funky finds. And I am being fearless with what I want to try, hence the name Fearless Funky Finds. I want to try to educate myself and continue to educate myself, and really become a trustworthy source for people to find clothing that will last them and that they love. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I have a big haul that I just dragged in here. I'm gonna have to start sorting that stuff, but I have ordered a POV camera that I can just snap, and I'm gonna try doing some you know, shopping trips where I just have the camera on, and we'll see how that goes. But YouTube is another big rabbit hole that I've gone down, and it's a new learning curve for me as well. So thank you for joining me and watching. And if you like my channel, please subscribe, please like it and share it. And please stop by at Vintage Vendors in Oshawa, to my 3 booth spaces at Fearless Funky Finds if you're ever in the area. Or you can always DM me. Check out my Instagram, because if I have pictures up of something that you like, it doesn't matter where you are, I will pull the item and ship it to you if you like. So thanks again. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.